what happened between Obi Ezekwesili and the senator?
Oh boy. Boy.
She's, I think, from the look of it, he's at most 50 something. She's a 70-year-old grandmother. So I think she told him, from the story I heard, she said the chairman was talking and he was talking. So she said, shut up. Because they had told her to keep quiet, but he continued to talk. So she now said, you shut up. Now he now turned on her and unleashed venom. She's a woman. An older woman, a much older woman. But he went on her as if they were age mates. In fact, that she was his subordinate because she was a woman or because she was disrespectful. How would, because even if they didn't teach you at home, society will teach you that there are some things you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
What would you say in that kind of situation?
Okay, so if we look at that situation, I've had to listen to both of them because of that. To say, what happened? Because Obi is my sister, she's a fellow pastor, so we're ministers. So I'm like, this is not the person we know what's happening here. So I had to go and check, and I listened to her version, not social. She said it by herself. And when I saw what she said, I'm like, okay, now I understand why this is happening. Because she told the guy, please shut up, because we have told not to speak, that there's something prejudiced. So please shut up. So when you say that, listen and listen well, not every woman will say that. The only reason why Obi could tell him to shut up was because of our level of exposure, our level of self-awareness. A normal woman will not tell a man to shut up. So that's understanding. And the man is like, hello, he's like that African man. He's like, you wake up. So at that point, the animalistic behavior came out. So it's not about your age or whatever. Because look, we've seen even men. These people are fought, carrying chairs, carrying everything. Sometimes we put people on the pedestal they are not qualified for. Just because somebody is in a house and they claim to have been elected does not mean that they are normal people. Does not mean they are okay. Many of these guys have mental health issues. Many of these people have traumas. They have issues that it now comes out when they are triggered. And that's what we saw there. So, and like I've always said, 2 wrongs does not make it right. So whether she was right to have said shut up or not, I was not there. I don't know the atmosphere, but she said she told him to shut up.
There was a language he used.
She did. I watched her too.
He used the language of, I'm a senator and you are not, and you cannot, that's why you are not. And we've seen this trajectory of constituted authority from Oyo when the students had this clash at the time. When you are an elected office holder, does it give you some form of superiority over society such that your office must first be recognized? Now, in this case in question, they were both witnesses to the opposing side. He was a witness for Natasha. He was a witness for the Senate President. And at this point, does their office or whatever office is there, does it?
It's perception. I listened to him and he's saying that I am a senator. She's not, so she should respect my office, and that's part of the problem.
His office was not,
you are not there. You are there as witness. So you see, that's why we talk about understanding leadership. In this part of the world, we don't understand leadership. We understand rulership, because we have traditional rulers, political rulers. You see, when you see yourself as a leader only based on the fact that you hold a position, that is the lowest elementary level of leadership, and that's what he is trying to know. That look, I'm in a position. You should respect the position, but there should be a respectable person in the position to give the honor of the position. So if you have a position, it's like saying, okay, let's make a madman a king. We respect the throne, but the madman is sitting on the throne. So we are confused. So do we submit to the throne or submit to madness, and then we all end up in trouble? And that's the situation we see in our country today, where a lot of negative things happening, and it's sad. But what I believe that we need to do is to understand that we are all going through an evolution, and we are learning every day. And when we realize that we are not right or we are not adequate, we work on ourselves to become better in different aspects.
So let's talk about the role of culture here. Right? Because we're brought up to believe that elders cannot make a mistake. And unfortunately, we carried it into rulership and leadership. Looking at that scenario, you would think that because she was elderly, he should have ignored the shut up because she was elderly, right? The right thing to do was to maybe afterwards just say, the way you told me to shut up, I didn't like it because she was elderly. But now, we now have a place where culture and patriarchy and ego clashed. Because in his mind, and probably from where he's coming from, there are people that believe that women are inferior, no matter the age. So when she used the fact that I am older to say, brother, please keep quiet, let's hear what is happening, he now used I am the man here to say, how dare you answer me?
Red cap.
I'm telling you. So how do you solve this sort of issues where everybody's coming from their own understanding, everybody's coming from their own beliefs, everybody's coming from their own culture, and we are meeting in a workplace Nigerians find it difficult to separate culture, ego, religion in a one place.
That's a very important question. For your answer, remember that Mr. Foladiola, the GT Bank, when he was in Dubai, he was saying something that when he started GT Bank, they had a culture, and the culture was first name basis. That was everybody. But he found that like the women, it was many years after he realized that you don't dare call the female orgas their names. Yeah. Everybody will call the female orgas Mrs. or MA, G, but they found it easy to call the men Balaji, Efola, but it was difficult for them to find it, to call the women with first because of our culture. So even though he was trying to instill this modern foreign Western way of where you just first name, the people refused. I didn't even realize until many years later that all the women are being called by either their Mrs. somebody. Title. So how do we, going back to our question of mixing that culture, where do we find the middle ground?
Culture is very, very powerful. And the only way to deal with culture is to create a higher culture. Because you cannot eliminate culture. Culture is very, very important. But when you realize that this culture is not the right culture, then we create another culture that is superior to the culture that is existing. So for instance, when you come into a business place, they have what they call professionalism. Now the culture of professionalism now supersedes, am I your mate? Who do you think you are? You can't talk to me like that because you now know that we're in a professional environment. We are not in our village meeting. We are not in our family meeting. We are in a professional environment. So that's what happens. So when it comes to the issue of culture as regards to our upbringing, elder cannot be wrong. It's the fact that we think, as we should, that elders should be wiser. Elders should be more intelligent because of experience, but that has not been the truth. And we have come to realize that, if you permit me to go into the Bible here, when Job had a problem with his friends, they were all elderly that came to him, and one of them was Elimas or whatever, and the guy sat there, he didn't say anything, all the others were talking, so the guy kept quiet. Then at the point he said, come, he said, I've kept quiet since, because I'm the youngest, because I thought that gray hair equals to wisdom. He said, but now I've come to realize that there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Lord gives them understanding. So you might think that people are elderly and they should be wise, but they may not be. But the attitude with which, that's why the Bible says, rebuke not an elder. You see, the fact that what you are saying is true does not mean you should say it anyhow. You speak the truth in love. So sometimes it is not what is being said, it is the way it is being said.
Okay, so let's talk about the neutral party. So in this case in question again, the chairman of the committee just kept with the Gaveton carpenter throughout these records that happened. You kept hearing bang, 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 but at what point do you allow it play out? How do you even sit at where two people are already fighting? And you are supposed to be the neutral party. Shoma Lugi at the end of the fight me, or you would let it play out, because there was another young man who was provoking the senator one boy, and he was the more he touched that one, the more that one keep and you will see the former minister of education.
Did you guys watch this video? I don't see all these things.
I don't know what you are watching. You probably was together. She was talking, but under control to that stuff.
I take exception to that.
She was trying to get
this is not market
chairman to take over to control the room. He was sitting as chairman. He allowed the senator.
He kept calling chairman.
We have to pack this.
So please, I know they won't touch the neutral party.
You see, unfortunately, when you think someone is neutral, they may not be. A neutral party is supposed to bring peace. But when someone is not neutral, it will be difficult for them to bring peace because they already have a place they are supposed to slant into. And if they realize that it is not wise for me to slant here because it will be obvious that I'm compromised, the best thing to do is to just stay aloof and operate the way they have done.
Okay, so let me go on a very short bit, because now we're going to pack this story, because it's still International Women's Month, and it's important that we touch on all the areas. So when we come back to discuss about women and finance, how we build wealth.
When you don't let me talk again, that's what I will do for you.
Don't make noise on this.
Now, for what has happened between Senator Uwagbonyi and former Minister Obi Ekwesili, have you seen anyone who have supported this man to say what he did very well? Have you seen anyone who have supported this man so far? Despite the fact that the woman asked him to shut up first. The woman, don't forget, when the woman even said, please, can you shut up? Now, have you seen anyone who is in support of that man? Anyone who is in support of that man, it means that the man himself, they are the same with Uwagbonyi, Senator Uwagbonyi. Have you seen anyone? Because most everybody who analyze, who to speak on this, they are blaming the senator. Because a lot of people, for what I also said about that video, somebody even said, sometimes the one you saw on comment sections and the one that will come on your DM to say rubbish, those ones, the DM is even plenty. Someone said, I do take side when it comes to women. When I'm analyzing anything that has to do with women, that I take side with the women. How? Why? How? Have you seen anyone now who have supported this man? Hmm? Now, let me tell you something. Just like this man has said, this woman is an exposed woman. Yeah, she has level of exposure. In abroad, if you have opportunity to travel to abroad, like in that Senate house, when they are doing the house sessions in abroad, when somebody is talking, another person is talking under, the noise is disturbing them. Do you understand? You know those people, the noise is disturbing them. You say, hey, please, can you shut up? That was why she added, please, can you shut up? They don't take it like it's an offense. They just simply telling you are making noise. It's not it's not that offense for them. If this woman wanted to insult this man, wanted to like give it to her, or the woman was angry to insult the man, as a typical Nigerian, the woman wouldn't have said, please, first, please shut up. Who does that? You know, because of the level of exposure, she's an advanced woman. She said, you are just like you are making noise. And remember, you are there to defend your this thing. You are there for eyewitness to your defender. She's there to have for Natasha, representing Natasha as eyewitness to Natasha. That's why she said, please, can you shut up? Just trust. You are making noise. And you just dumped on the matter. You just unleashed the anger in you on her. That was too much. The woman didn't lie. She came on national TV again to say, yes, she told you to shut up first. But this is what happened. Action brought a reaction. That was what happened. Like I said that day, a lot of things you could have done to make sure, because you were angry with the woman, Natasha, that they are representing, that they were not serious. And if you look at, like I said, look at all the media houses this man been to speak on this issue. You see the way she's vibrating, she's talking as if that's why I asked a question. As if she has personal issues with Natasha. See the way she's vibrating, see the way she's talking, hitting hard on Natasha, going into her character, personal life. Do you understand? That was the same reason, because this woman is representing Natasha. That was the same anger inside of him. That was why. A normal person would not have done that, even if the woman asked him to shut up. If he was not already angry, he wouldn't have done that. He knows. He knows. For you defending him, the man himself, he knew what he did was wrong when he went back to listen to the videos. When he came on national TV, he said, because the woman, as an elderly woman, she's old enough to be his mother, that she came on national TV to say, yes, she said, shut up first. She first of all said that one, he gave kudos to the woman to have said that. If it was another person, she would lie. Say, no, I didn't say that too. She was disturbing me. She insulted me before. No, the woman said, do you understand? And the man came to her senses to apologize. But you, that was defending the man. So what would you say? What would you say? Calm down, listen. So even say I'm supporting, I'm being biased, supporting women, taking side for the woman. For what now? Now you listen to this one now. That's how it works. Anyway, please share this video.